Intraweb. First up, hi, how are you? How was your weekend? I hope good. Oh, I just realized that I'm still wearing two different plugs. I lost one going swimming the other day. How does this fall out while you're swimming? Can somebody explain, please? Yeah, I guess not important. Anyways, today we're talking about Jared Leto being hit with accusations of the PDF file / essay variety. We've got a few updates involving Vitaly messing up his life over in the Philippines. At least, again, do some research before you go cause havoc somewhere. And the founders of the adult site Girls Do Porn have finally pled guilty to the years-old case. All in this top of the week episode of... But before we start, make sure you utterly pound that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Anyways, Alice, let's talk about the Joker first. Hashtag not my Joker.
Multiple women have accused actor Jared Leto of inappropriate behavior when they were teenagers.
Okay, so here we go again. The allegations around Jared Leto span incidences from 2006 to 2009 involving women who were between the ages of 16 and 18 years old at the time. The accusations include inappropriate contact, sexual conversations, and unwanted advances from the Oscar-winning actor who was in his 30s during the alleged incidences. 4 separate women have come out with allegations against Leto, establishing a pattern of alleged behavior spanning 3 years and center on interactions that occurred when the women were minors or barely adults, while Leto was between the ages of 34 and 37. The most detailed account comes from model Laura LaRue, who alleges Leto approached her at a 2008 California benefit, asked her age, and requested her contact information after learning she was 16. According to LaRue, their communications continued through email, leading to visits at his Los Angeles residence, where she claims he engaged in inappropriate teasing and exposed himself to her when she was 17. At least he had the decency to wait till she was still a minor. That's fucked. Leto's defense notes that LaRue later sought employment as Leto's assistant, though she denies making such an application. A second woman describes receiving late-night calls from Leto after meeting him at the age of 16 in 2006. Her account details escalating sexual conversations occurring between 1 and 3 a.m. over a 3-week period. Her mother corroborated witnessing one of these phone calls, describing a notable change in Leto's demeanor that frightened both of the women. So, does that mean he got angry, or is it because he was just getting into hey baby mode? As well as their allegation that includes claims of non-consensual sexual contact, with the woman alleging Leto exposing himself and forced physical contact when she was only 18. Now, this is all emerging as Jared maintains high-profile projects, including Disney's Tron Ares scheduled for an October release coming up. So the timing of this places some scrutiny on both the entertainment industry's response and the handling of allegations involving minors. Having said that, I don't think we should just be canceling anyone until they're found guilty. I mean, we've been making way too many speedy decisions over the last decade, haven't we? But what do you think? Should movie studios blacklist him now or wait and see? Let me know in them comments.
Streamer and YouTuber Vitaly is facing up to 18 months in a Philippine prison, with the possibility of additional charges being filed.
Alright, real quick, so if you've been living under a rock, Vitaly was arrested in early April after live streaming a series of controversial stunts that included harassing locals, stealing, attempting to kiss a security guard, and trying to seize a firearm, and trying to steal a motorcycle. Please do not idolize this man. As for the charges currently filed, that would be 3 counts of unjust vexation. They're considered minor, but highly enforceable. Legal analysts describe the offense as one of the simplest to prove in the Philippines, requiring minimal evidence. If found guilty on all counts, he could serve a sentencing ranging from 3 to 18 months, depending on whether penalties are imposed concurrently or consecutively. So, sorry for all of you that thought he was gonna get 20-something years for this, but I mean lock him up, but... Legal Mindset, a lawyer YouTuber, confirmed that Vitaly's attorney has filed for bail. So I'm subscribed to him and I've been watching all of his videos because he covers, the one in Korea and this one, and some other nuisance streamers. But don't take this wrong, but you're such a cheeseball. I mean, so am I, but God, cheesy. Anyways, in the Philippines, bail isn't guaranteed right away for foreign nationals. Given the very public dimensions of the case, there's significant uncertainty about whether the court will grant that release. Oh, and fun fact, more charges may follow. Sorry. It turns out that in Boracay, Vitaly allegedly insulted a surfing instructor and urged his followers to review bomb their business. it would now appear that that incident is under review and could result in additional legal action. Authorities have already labeled him a nuisance streamer and are signaling broader enforcement against similar behaviors. In other words, they're saying, fuck around and find out, people. With nobody stepping in to try and help, Vitaly will remain subject to the Philippines. And more, officials have already deemed him an undesirable, further complicating any path to release.
Michael James Pratt, founder of the now-defunct adult site Girls Do Porn, has pleaded guilty to trafficking charges.
So I've been wondering when this one was gonna come through the pipelines. Not that I know what this website was. Michael James Pratt's guilty plea marks the end of a years-long investigation into the coercive practices of Girls Do Movies, a San Diego-based adult content site. He admitted to using fraud, coercion, and force to recruit hundreds of women, many of them in their late teens, into videos. The recruitment often involved false modeling offers, and victims described being given alcohol or marijuana before being rushed into signing unread contracts. Several women said they were held in hotel rooms until filming was complete and, in some cases, essayed. Pratt actually ended up fleeing in 2019 after being indicted, prompting his placement on the top 10 most wanted list. He was then caught 3 years later in 2022 and sent home to face the music. He's now 42 and faces a potential life sentencing, when he faces said sentencing on September 25th. The litigation that followed his indictment included 22 women who successfully sued him and his associates, resulting in a $12.7 million judgment. That case established key patterns of abuse that prosecutors later used in the criminal case. It all connects. Oh, and all of Pratt's co-defendants have also already entered guilty pleas. There was Matthew Isaac Wolf, responsible for daily operations and production logistics, is serving 14-year sentence. Ruben Garcia, a male performer and producer, received 20 years. Cameraman Theodore Guy, I think, was sentenced to 4 years. And Valerie Mosier, the site's former bookkeeper, also pled guilty and will be sentenced on September 12th. See, look, not even you ladies got away scot-free with this one. That's fucked up, actually. I do feel terrible for the victims. Maybe not for that $12.7 million payout, though, damn. Anyways, on that note, I'm gonna call it. If you like what you saw here, make sure you smash that like button, help spread some news. And we'll catch you later. Bye.